Well, here's the New York opener. This was described by Frank Garcia as being a trick he'd played around with for a long, long time. And in fact, this is quite different to the original Chicago opener, but I think it's kind of cute. You remove a deck of cards from the card case and you say to your ever-watching spectators, here we have a little deck of cards, just as you'd play poker with, each and every day of the week, my friends. Yes, a little deck of cards, quite normal, except for one thing. I removed one card from that deck and I hid it in my pocket. You pop the 10 of diamonds into the deck and say to them, do you know the color of that card? And they'll say red. And you say, no, not the face of the card, the back of the card. Well, since you've removed it from a red deck, of course, they'll say red. And you say, no, it's blue, just like the rest of the other cards. To which they'll reply, now wait a minute, it's a red back deck. And you say, well, you got it half right. You see, this is a blue back deck, but you were right about the 10 of diamonds. That's got a red back. This is a very stunning little trick. Very simple, great little opener. Here's your setup, extremely simple setup. You have a blue back 10 of diamonds, which you place into your pocket, face outwards so you can remember which way round it is. On top of the rest of the blue back deck, you place a red backed 10 of diamonds, just as so. Pop that into a red card case. You might not think this is important, but it's actually psychologically very important. When people see a red backed card case, they assume that the deck inside is red backed. When you open the card case and pull out a deck with a red back, the assumption is it must be a red-backed deck. Little subtleties make all the difference on these tricks. You now turn the deck face up and you're going to do a Hindu shuffle, which is essentially just pulling packets from the top of the deck and showing the bottom card. Some more packets from the top of the deck, flash that bottom card. Don't overdo this. Don't go crazy. 2 or 3 times is more than enough. As you put the packets back together, hold a break. Now what you're going to do is transfer the break to the right thumb, right here. So you've got your break on the left little finger, transfer to the right thumb, and cut just a few cards from bottom to top, then lift at your break and flash another red back. This is just a way of convincing your audience that you actually do have a red back deck. Now remember, right up front, they are convinced you have a red back deck, so you're way ahead of the game here. You're merely casually showing a deck, not trying to prove it to them. That's when you say to them, wow, I left one card out. You reach into your pocket. Now remember, it's face outwards. And as you bring that face outwards cards out, you show your 10 of diamonds. You pop it into the center of the deck. And now you say to them, what's the color of the card? They say red because, of course, they think you're talking about the face. And you say, no, not the face, the back. Now, this is confusing to them because they assume that because you've taken a red back 10 of diamonds from the deck, that it must be red backed. And you say, no, it's blue backed like the rest of the deck. This is when the mindset starts to go a little weird here, and they're thinking, wait a minute, it's a red-backed deck. What's going on here? So when you squeeze it in and you say, it's actually a blue-backed deck with just, and you were quite right about the 10 of diamonds, a red-backed 10 of diamonds in it, it's a little bit of a wobbler for them. It's quite delightful. Take this 10 of diamonds, pop it in your top pocket if you wish, and now you're ready and set to go with your next major miracle with an ordinary deck of cards. And that's the New York opener.